So we had a pay-per-lead garden rooms campaign,
Uh-huh.
right? Which is a seasonal campaign.
Sure.
Easy to generate demand in summer.
Mhm.
Everybody's thinking, oh, I'd love to just have a little outhouse or an office or a gym or a little, the golf simulators are massive now, right?
Yeah.
People are getting these setups.
Yeah.
There was like a Paul Scholes video where they showed the build of Paul Scholes'
Nice.
simulator.
Wow.
Unreal, bro.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah.
So summertime, it would pop off. Lead quality and lead costs super low for us, so we could add in our fees, and it was still super affordable. But then when we went to acquire clients on this and find people who wanted to buy these leads, it was an experience, and it was market specific. Where we're talking to people who don't necessarily understand advertising, don't necessarily understand the work that goes into it. So a bit of sales resistance there. And at the worst cases of it, my team were getting quite frustrated on the phone saying, dude, this guy's English, but I can't understand a word he's saying. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's because of where they're from or, but these are British people and they can't even understand what they're saying based on who they are.
Yeah. Try talking to a Glaswegian roofer who's been on the roofs for 40 years.
And that's it. The more mature they are and experienced they are, the harder to communicate with them.
Sure.
And also position the value.
Yeah.
How did you guys navigate that?
So, interestingly, what you said there about like trying to pitch for example, a garden room installed on a cost per lead, very difficult because when you take a product that's visually transformational, something that's really visually appealing, something that would do well, for example, organically on YouTube or TikTok, right? Something like a garden room, the transformation of that. The more attractive the product, the more expensive the product, but typically the more interest in the product. So you tend to get a lot more leads, and a lot of those leads just simply can't afford it. So with garden rooms, you might get leads for like £10, right?